A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 now. Here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, he's got it. It's Spiller. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
On first down, Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. A shotgun snap, Fields. Wright's got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first and 10, here's Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it second and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, Montgomery. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 20! And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play there for Minnesota. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Fields. This is Miller, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give. This is Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Fields. Complete to right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Fields on third down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Fields. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there's a run to be happy with.
good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top for Kupp. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, the return is Scott. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the 50, here's Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
To throw is Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Fields. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fields now to throw. He will find his man Chase, complete.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him. Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 27, Jones. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8. Between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Bears on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Mason. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force 1 more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Off play action. Jones. Got a man here. It's Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going up top for Cup. And this is taken in at the 5. Come on, guys, let's go! They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd down and goal. Jones buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll run it with Madison. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Chicago, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.